Either you want to drown or you want to be in the lifeboat.
I want to be in the lifeboat, but I want the right to drown!
Hello everybody, I'm cocoacosmos and 2026 has arrived! Yay! This will be my year of locking in and kinda going back to my roots of why I started this channel in the first place. See up about ships and shows that I like, or dislike. And what better way to kick that off than by revisiting the couple Tamera and Jordan from Sister Sister. I was feeling nostalgic all 2025, so of course I binged one of my favorite childhood shows and was reminded of how cute they were. This pair is also a lot less dramatic than the one involving her sister. By this time, Tia and Tyreek have been dating for a decent amount of time, so of course they'd want some alone time sometimes, right? Tamera didn't get the memo, and has been unknowingly crashing all of their dates lately. Tyreek speaks up about it being as gentle as possible, and Tia can kinda see it. Since they agree three's a crowd, Tia starts brainstorming ideas towards finding Tamera a boyfriend of her own. It's kinda weird right here because I don't think it was ever mentioned that Tamera was doing the school newspaper as an elective or had any interest in journalism at all, so I think this was just a setup for these two to get together. But here's where the audience meets Jordan for the first time. He's the editor of the newspaper with kind of a strict leadership style, which gets on Tamera's nerves. He's hounding her for her article on recycling, and basically, she says he'll get it when he gets it. Obvious tension. Not enough for an enemies to lovers thing, more of a they're arguing because they're clearly into each other thing. But we only have this one episode to build up that tension. Tia tries telling Tamera that she would like some space with Tyreek, but she's still not picking up what she's putting down, so she enlists the help of the friend group. Together, they come up with this idea to have this sort of mixer featuring dating prospects for Tamera. She ends up late to it because Jordan decided that her recycling article being one-sided is totally unacceptable, and has her rewrite. She then spends from the time she walks through the door ranting about Jordan, any situations she's put in while Tia tries to, in vain, to hook her up with someone. It goes back to Jordan. Speak of the devil. They even get into a heated discussion about Tamera's potential that ends up with them confessing their feelings to each other. Now it's Tamera's turn to shoo away her sister, but with a more direct approach. This is a start of, in my honest opinion, the greatest relationship in the series, funnily enough. You know how they say when it's good, it's great, but when it's bad, it's terrible? I wouldn't say it's that bad with these two, but God help you if you're ever around for it. Just because they're dating now doesn't mean their hard-headed ways disappear. They bicker so bad that they even became radio famous because of their opposite views. But when they're good, they're amazing. And if they had ever rebooted the show or did a spinoff, I wouldn't be surprised if they were the ones married with kids and hosting Sunday dinner. You can feel the love even through the fussing. Though, I have to say, that radio situation was not my favorite. Did not show Jordan's best self at all. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of couples that argue too much when it's not specifically like enemies to lovers or opposites attract, I like them. Sometimes the spats don't make sense, and sometimes they do. But when they come to a resolution, it fits their dynamic and personalities. It's not solved just to move the plot along or hung onto for drama. They both know when it's come to the point of, yeah, we're dragging it now, and I love you so I can see your point of view, without making it seem forced. They do in fact fight like an old married couple. They complement each other just right. They can be silly or serious together, and it makes me feel all fuzzy inside. If you ever heard the song Love You More by Genuine, it perfectly describes their relationship. I spoke so highly of them, so I bet you're wondering why a 9. Well, for 2 reasons. One, the show ended before they came to a real big situation to test the relationship. What about the church thing? What about the frat thing? Yes, those were pretty big stones to step over, but I'm talking about make or break. Those situations obviously weren't deal breakers, but they were resolved decently, with some healing and patience. No ultimatums necessary. They were, if you don't do this, it's fine, I understand situations. Like, they would have gotten over it anyways. No, I need an earth-shattering moment, I fear. Not necessarily a big dramatic deal, but I would need to see a will this permanently split us up moment. And 2, there's only one 10 out of 10 couple for me in any piece of media I've consumed, and that's Bobby Nash and Athena Grant from the show 911. I would do a video on them, but I haven't healed yet. But what do y'all think? Did you like Tamera and Jordan together? Let me know in the comments below. Cocoa Cosmos out.